Sis, if Valentine's Day is coming and your heart feels a little tender, a little tired, a little forgotten, this episode is for you. Because you are not behind, you are not overlooked, and God is not late with your love story. Stay with me. If you're done chasing broken love, empty promises, and lukewarm men, and you're finally ready to reclaim your crown, heal your heart, and attract the God-led love you were always meant for, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Emily Jordan, your faith-based, healed feminine guide and relationship coach. I went from repeating the same heartbreaking cycles to experiencing a godly, healthy, aligned love. And now I help women just like you heal, rise, and prepare for God's very best. So, are you ready to begin your royal training? Grab your crown, your heart, and your journal. Your royal transformation begins now. Hey sis, before we get into today's episode, I just want to remind you, you were never meant to fight for your heart alone. If you're ready for real healing, God-led growth, and safe sisterhood, I want to invite you into the Royal Guard, our private Facebook community. This is your covering, your training ground, and your sacred sisterhood, where we're protecting our peace, raising our standards, and learning how to set and honor God-led boundaries together. If your heart is craving support and alignment, come join us inside the Royal Guard on Facebook. The link is below in the show notes. I'll see you there. Hey sis, welcome back to another episode of Girl Date the Good Guy. It's your girl Emily, and let me be real with you. There were so many Valentine's days when I cried in secret. I watched other women get flowers, dinners, rings while I was praying, waiting, healing, wondering, God, did you forget me? I almost settled, almost went back, almost texted someone I knew wasn't God's best, because loneliness gets loud in February. But every time I chose obedience, God was protecting me from heartbreak I couldn't see yet. And now I know He was writing my love story while I thought nothing was happening. And looking back, even today, I think about God's goodness. Even though it didn't feel like it then, but His hand was on my life, His protection, His gentle redirection. I realize more today than ever that had any of those relationships worked out, I would have been in another broken cycle, dating broken men who said they were Christian, but were nothing like Christ. They simply had no fruit. God had to take me the long way because I needed healing, clarity, discernment, alignment, and truth. It says, seek and you will find, Matthew 7:7. And now I can stand here with conviction and say, girl, wait on God's best. If you are being redirected today, let God do what only He can do. He sees so much more than we can. I know your heart aches, but I promise Sister Joy is coming. He did it for me. And don't settle for Mr. Right Now. And some of you know deep down that he is just Mr. Right Now. And I'm actually going to do an episode on this. Stop entertaining Mr. Right Now. Why temporary men keep blocking your future. And this part right here. Before I fully surrendered my life to Christ, I was dating a guy I thought I was in love with. We weren't walking with God. We weren't honoring Him. We weren't doing things His way. And later I found out he had a whole girlfriend living with him while texting me inappropriate things. I was crushed, but now I see that was redirection. That was protection. God rescued me before it destroyed me. I had already been destroyed from a previous marriage, very toxic marriage. And God was like, no, girl, you can't do this again. He was protecting me, sis. It says in Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will direct your paths. He was directing me, even when I didn't understand it. So let Him direct you, even if your heart breaks right now, even if you don't understand it. Trust me, there is a reason behind it all, and girl, you want the God guy. You want the guy God has for you. I promise. So let's get into a few points today. Number 1, singleness is not rejection. It is protection. Sis, God keeps you single because the wrong man is closer than you think. Not every almost is a loss. Some are rescues. He rescued me. I know that. If you see singleness as punishment, you'll settle for counterfeits every time you feel lonely. Isaiah 54:5 says, "For your maker is your husband, the Lord Almighty in his name." God is covering you, protecting you, shielding your future. Delayed love is divine protection. God is protecting what you prayed for. Let that sink in today. You are being protected, sister. What a precious God that we have, that he doesn't want to see you going in the same heartbreaking cycles. Let him be your first love right now. Let him protect you. Point number 2, waiting builds discernment. Waiting teaches you to hear God's voice over your emotions. Rushed love leads to regret. Discerned love leads to peace. Chemistry without character always ends in heartbreak. Come on, I've given you some examples in my own life. I know this to be true. 1 Samuel 16:7 says, "Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." Pause before pursuing. Pray before engaging. Journal before reacting. Take everything to God. Discernment is always developed in quiet seasons. I am so thankful for the discernment that God developed in me in my 10 years of celibacy. Sis, I am so grateful for his protection, his hand on my life. He has taught me, pause, guard your heart, wait. Don't rush these things. Everything good takes time. I truly believe that now in my life more than ever. And during that time is God preparing you. And let him, sis, you're worth it. You are so worth all of the goodness that he has for you. Now, point number 3, God is healing what you can't see yet. While you're waiting, God is healing abandonment wounds, trust issues, insecurity, trauma, fear of being alone. Psalm 147:3 says, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." Unhealed hearts attract broken patterns. Come on, sis. Yeah, come on. That's why I spent years of healing, growing, and learning God's voice. Healing is preparation. Use this season to pray, journal, seek mentorship, build community. Come into our Facebook group, sis. I want all you ladies in there. I cannot wait to get to know you and hear your story and help you walk through this, right? To help you deepen your walk with Christ. Okay? So healing now protects your future, right? We're protecting your future. What God has in store for you, sis, not what you've had in store for yourself, but what God has had in store for you, which is way more beautiful than anything you can give yourself, all right? So let's move on to point number 4. You are not the only one in training. God is working on him too, building his character, healing his past, growing his faith. God makes everything beautiful in his time. If you rush, you might meet him before he's ready. And you don't want that, right? I met my guy a little bit before he was ready, and he met me a little bit before I was ready. But I believe God used that for my testimony and my story so I can guide you, right? Divine love requires divine timing. Me and my guy didn't come together for a while. We still had growing to do. So let me testify. I waited 10 years, 10, and God brought me a man who loves Jesus, honors me, protects my heart, and walks in integrity. It was worth every single day of waiting. And yes, God still had to prepare both of us, even after meeting, before we could marry one another. So remember, what God prepares is worth the process. So, for your royal reflection, I want you to ask yourself, where have I been tempted to settle? Where do I need to trust God more? What is God healing in me right now? I want you to write it down, pray over it, and surrender it. So, for your royal assignment this week, since it's Valentine's week, I want you to take yourself on a God date. Write a love letter to your future husband. I did this. I wrote my future husband a love letter and I prayed over him and I prayed over our marriage. Spend time in worship. Buy yourself the flowers, sis. You deserve the flowers. Thank God in advance for your love story because you are worth celebrating even right now. Right now, you are worth celebrating. So, you are not forgotten. You are just simply being prepared. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." So keep your crown on. Your love story is still being written, and it is going to be absolutely beautiful. And don't forget Friday's episode coming up. Don't text him on Valentine's Day because we are breaking cycles. I love you, sis. I'm proud of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Sis, you did that. You showed up for your healing, and that is royal energy. If this episode challenged you, grew you, or called you higher, share it with another sister who's ready to reclaim her crown too. And if you've got 30 seconds, it would bless me big if you'd leave a review on Apple Podcast. It helps more women step into their royal identity and join the Good Guys Society movement. Until next time, keep your crown on, your standards high, and your heart in royal alignment.